going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be talking about Addison Rae and her parents because, you guys, the tea on these people is overwhelming and extremely mind-boggling. So primarily, we're going to be discussing Addison Rae's mom, whose name is Sheri Easterling, and her recent VMA appearance with rapper Yung Gravy. You guys, this man is only 5 years older than her daughter Addison, and yet Sheri was on the red carpet with Yung Gravy kissing. They were seen showing PDA inside. He called her the queen of MILFs, and obviously social media just completely lost it and is still losing it. In addition to everyone online going absolutely crazy over Sheri and Yung Gravy's VMA appearance, so did Sheri's ex-husband, Monty Lopez, which, by the way, you guys, I got in a Monty Lopez freaking wormhole yesterday, and let me just tell you, this man is absolutely disgusting. I'm telling you, he is on the level of Tristan freaking Thompson, just to fill you in a little bit on how I already feel about this guy. But anyway, now Monty Lopez, aka Addison's dad and Sheri Easterling's now ex-husband, is also reacting to this VMA appearance over on Instagram and TikTok. Let's just say he posted an Instagram story thanking Yung Gravy for taking his leftovers. He's also been trying to fight Yung Gravy on social media for weeks, so I'm gonna fill you in on that. Tana Mongeau is also involved. It's essentially just one big freaking mess, and while I know sometimes you guys don't love talking about content creators and TikTokers like Addison Rae, you guys, this tea is so freaking good. And really what I want to do with this video is just kind of put this whole situation into a condensed, digestible version. That way, whenever you see someone mention Sheri or Monty online or Addison Rae, you know the gist of the situation and you know the tea, even if you're not the biggest fan of Addison Rae. I at least want you to know what's going on. And like I said, this tea is really good. But before we get into this really good tea, because this is the first pop-off of the week, you know I have to check in and see how the House of Hill is doing. So let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, you guys, I did absolutely nothing this weekend. I relaxed by the pool. I have not had a weekend where I had zero plans, and honestly, I cannot remember. So it was really nice to just kind of chill, relax, rejuvenate. We do have a long weekend coming up, which is also nice, even though it does mark the end of summer, which kind of makes me sad, but I am one of those basic girlies who loves fall, so not that mad about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop myself there because honestly, I'm with you straight to the tea people today. I cannot wait to get into this tea with you guys. So go ahead and drop this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get to unwrapping these Addison Rae, Sheri Easterling, Monty Lopez, Yung Gravy, and Tana Mongeau facts. Okay, you guys, so first up, let's start off with a little bit of background information. So for those of you who don't know, Addison Rae's parents are Sheri Easterling and Monty Lopez. They first got together when they were pretty young, and they had Addison in the year 2000. And then after she was born, they did break up for a period of time. Addison and her mom have a podcast together, and they've talked about those years when she was a single mom. In a podcast episode, Addison talked about how she remembers from the ages 3 to 6, her dad was barely around, and she remembers going to work with her mom. Essentially, you get it. There was a time that Monty Lopez was not really in the picture. But then, fast forward a little bit down the road, Sheri and Monty get back together. They end up having 2 more children, Addison's brothers, Enzo and Lucas, and then they actually did officially get married in 2017. They obviously are no longer together, and this is in large part thanks to Monty Lopez having an affair with a woman named Renee Ash. Page 6 broke this story about Monty Lopez's affair last month, and basically what you guys need to know is Monty and this Renee woman had about a 5-month relationship. He, of course, misled her about the status of his marriage. She promised her all of these things. She felt betrayed, so she went to the press. Now, I do want to go ahead and mention that since the news of this affair broke, I've seen a lot of TikToks, posts, and videos of girls alleging that Monty Lopez has hit on them. These girls range anywhere in age from 17 to like their early 20s. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea that we're working with a man who tries to hook up with girls who are younger and or the same age as his daughter. Speaking a little more about Sheri and Monty's recent separation, they officially and publicly went their separate ways last month. Sheri changed her Instagram bio to single mom, and the two had a lot of back and forth social media exchanges. Sheri was tweeting things, Monty was posting things, and it got so bad that Addison Rae actually went ahead and unfollowed both of her parents on social media because clearly this poor girl did not want to see the immaturity happening between her parents. And now that brings us to what happened about 2 weeks ago. I'm giving you guys the groundwork into why the VMA appearance even happened. So Yung Gravy did an appearance on Jeff Wittick's podcast. He is someone who is from the Vlog Squad. Anyway, during Yung Gravy's interview on this podcast, he said that he had a thing for MILFs and that he was gonna take Sheri Easterling on a date soon. Also, just a sidebar, I think the only reason why Sheri Easterling even got on Yung Gravy's radar is because she responded to a TikTok that he did with Tana Mongeau. Clearly, she found him attractive. Anyway, he went on this podcast and said, I have a thing for MILFs and I'm gonna take Addison Rae's mom on a date. Well, Monty saw this interview interview, and then he proceeded to post several, and I mean several freaking cringy TikToks wanting to fight Young Gravy in the ring. I'm not even gonna recap them all for you guys because they are so freaking cringe and embarrassing, but one in particular I want to tell you about is when Monty Lopez did the TikTok trend kind of doing the sound of the Hulk, and he was saying something like this is his response when Young Gravy continues to refuse to fight him. Anyway, Tana Mongeau commented on this video and she said, "I'm calling the police." Obviously joking, she was just pointing out how insane it is that this man and this father is going after these young people on social media. And Monty responded to Tana's comment that said, "I'm calling the police," and he said, "About your body count, go take a bath." So of course, because of that exchange, Tana then turned around and absolutely blasted Monty Lopez on a video. She talked about how she's seen him do drugs at parties. She also made allegations that he's made some of her friends feel uncomfortable, not only in party settings, but also in bedroom settings. It's definitely not good, but then this led to Tana Mongeau fighting Monty Lopez on social media, Monty Lopez still wanting to fight Young Gravy in the ring, and then boom, this past weekend happens and the VMAs take place. And to everyone's complete freaking surprise, especially those of us who didn't know the background of the situation, Young Gravy shows up with Addison Rae's mom as his date. And the two, you guys, were just full of PDA for the cameras. They were kissing on the red carpet. Inside the award show, Addison Rae's mom had her hand very close on Young Gravy's thigh, if you know what I mean. He called her the Queen of MILFs. They were just very much in everyone's face. And despite this totally screaming PR stunt, the internet was still freaking out and still honestly mind blown, which I was right there with everybody. A lot of people were grossed out by the interaction, again, given the fact that Young Gravy is only 5 years older than Addison Rae, and the majority of people just felt bad for Addison and the fact that her parents are out here embarrassing the heck out of her. Now, since Young Gravy and Sheri Easterling's red carpet appearance, Monty Lopez has just doubled down on the fact that he wants to fight Young Gravy, and he is doubling down on just berating Sheri Easterling on social media. First up, he posted this shirtless selfie, which should tell you everything you need to know about the guy, and he said that he's unbothered and then thanked Young Gravy for taking his leftovers. He then also accused Sheri Easterling of not letting him have communication with a child he had prior to meeting her, which is crazy. He then also posted a text exchange with somebody else where he's accusing Young Gravy of posting and then deleting comments. He also posted another video scrolling through Young Gravy's follower list, trying to say that Young Gravy has a bunch of fake followers. And as you can see, he once again asked to fight him. And then he posted this reel that I actually shared on my Instagram story yesterday. As you can see, Monty Lopez is in the airport. He's reacting to Sheri and Young Gravy's VMA appearance. He called their kiss awkward. He's flipping off the camera and he wiggles his tongue in that motion that makes me absolutely nauseated and makes me cringe so freaking hard. Basically, you get it. Monty Lopez is gross. I feel bad for Addison Rae, and of course I also have some thoughts about Sheri Easterling and Young Gravy too, and I cannot wait to pop off about this. I've been waiting to pop off about this since yesterday because I was like, I can't do a mini pop off on this. This needs more time. So let's go ahead and make this pop off official and get to the much needed shambong. Okay, so in general, I just cannot imagine what it must be like to be Addison Rae right now. You essentially get famous overnight. We all know she really just blew up on TikTok. Her life instantly changed. And of course, whenever you get that kind of instant fame, you're gonna expect to have some people trying to mooch off of it. You expect to have some mooches in your life. But the two people who are not supposed to freaking mooch off your fame and mooch off your money and mooch off your life are your parents. So it is just absolutely crazy to me that the two people who are supposed to have your best interest at heart, who are supposed to make sure that nobody is messing with you in any way that they shouldn't be, are the two people who are embarrassing Addison Rae the most, and in my opinion, potentially going to cause the most harm to her career. Like, just for a second, imagine if your dad, who had millions of followers thanks to you, and had even more millions of people watching his social media because of who you are, imagine if your dad in that position is on social media flipping off the camera, sticking sticking his tongue out in that disgusting manner, talking about your mom, degrading your mom, making comments degrading women who are in your community and only a few years older than you, trying to fight somebody who your mom went on a date with, cheating on your mom, trying to hook up with girls who are close to your age. Like, imagine if that was your dad, because that's what Addison Rae is going through right now. And Sheri, you guys, is not any better. Yes, okay, she is not degrading other women, but she is just as freaking dramatic. She is just as freaking attention seeking. I mean, this woman has been posting a lot since Monty Lopez's cheating scandal broke. I can't imagine, that's super embarrassing. I get it, but she is just as bad. And hello, she was just at the VMAs, like I said, with someone who is not much older than her daughter, parading around, pulling all of that PDA. Yes, I know it was probably a publicity stunt, but that doesn't make it any less embarrassing for Addison Rae, and it doesn't make it any less embarrassing that a mother is behaving that way. I know that she's single. I know that she deserves to date and have a life. I'm not saying that just because she's a mom, she can't do that. Absolutely. Moms can show PDA on the red carpet. Hello, look at Kourtney Kardashian. I'm just saying it felt very stunty. It felt very ick, and that I personally feel bad for Addison Rae, and that I personally would be embarrassed if that was my mom, which also obviously Mama Hill would never. And truth be told, you guys, if I were Addison Rae, I would probably do a lot more than just unfollow my parents on social media. I would probably publicly come out and be like, you know what? I'm also seeing this nonsense. I'm also seeing how embarrassing and childish my parents are acting. I don't know who these people are since they got a little taste of fame, and until they can get it together, it's gonna be a no for me. That's personally what I would do, because at this point, Addison Rae doesn't need her parents for a damn thing. She can take care of herself. We know she can definitely provide for herself, so she doesn't need them for anything. I do feel sympathy for her two brothers because they are still school age, so they have to be with either of their parents, and we know that they're both also seeing these really gross social media antics, so I do feel the most for them. But as far as Addison Rae is concerned, she could easily be like, yeah, no, I'm not claiming these parents right now. For me, it's just a big no across the board. I do not like that Young Gravy and Tana Mongeau are getting involved with Monty and Sheri's drama. Like, that's no for me. It's a no for me that Young Gravy felt like he needed publicity that bad that he took Sheri Easterling. I get it. He's getting what he wanted. We're sitting here talking about it. The internet's sitting here talking about it, but I'm like, damn, you needed PR that bad. This is the kind of PR you want. Obviously, if that's his cup of tea, go for it. I've heard and read that this is very much his brand. This is very much who he is as an artist. So I guess go off. But just for me personally, I wasn't really a big fan. And moving forward, I just hope that Sheri and Monty can take a freaking chill pill and stop embarrassing their daughter with their social media antics and their public antics for that matter. Like, put the phones down and start acting like the parents that you should be. Although, to be honest, I don't see that happening anytime soon. So instead, my heart is just going to continue to go out to Addison Rae, because this is a lot for anyone at any age to handle. And you guys, if you enjoyed this tea, let me know, because I'm sure there's going to be updates to the situation. So if you want to know about them, you know that I will sit right here and fill you in whenever they happen. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you on Addison Rae's parents and all of the drama that's been happening lately. I want to hear all of your thoughts and feels down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back to my channel to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love, or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget to hit that super thanks button down below. You guys can also check out all of my merch at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!